I tell you guys, there's no excuse why this Miami Heat offense should not work. The Miami Heat last night, they beat the Grizzlies 146-114. An absolute insane game for the Miami Heat, especially when we've been wanting a better offense for years. Even at halftime, 86-47. Bam Adebayo, 24 points, 4 assists. Jovic, 20 points, 4 assists. First of all, Jovic had a great game. They're finally using him off the bench and in transition. That's how it should be. Bam Adebayo was shooting multiple threes in the first quarter. He had like 18 points in the first. Absolutely insane. Where? This is why he needs to start. And can you imagine? Wait till Jonas. I'm telling you, Jonas is the secret weapon to this Miami Heat offense, even playing faster. To get Khalil Ware up and down the court and playing with energy, you have to get him the basketball. Literally, just throw it up. Throw the ball up and he's going to get it, no matter what. Jaquez, bro, we've been so hard on Jaquez. And even still, he doesn't always look the best at times, but he's definitely bouncing back. He had a double-double. 17 points and 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. He's been playing so well. And honestly, he deserves it because we've been dogging him for the past, year and a half or so. Powell has been phenomenal. His three-point shooting has been great. He's been getting to the basket. 15 points, 2 steals. Wiggins, 10 points, 7 rebounds. The reason why the Miami Heat have to continue playing like this is, one, they do not have a guy that's going to score 30. And that's fine. I want this Miami Heat team to continue to play fast. Now, are they going to be able to put up 146 points every single game? Absolutely not. And some days they are not going to always be able to play fast because it's the NBA. And once you hit around 40, 60, 70 games, your legs are going to be tired. But the ball movement is everything. And I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to be the first to say this, wait till Jonas is ready. When you have Jonas, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Wiggins, and Ware, you're going to be able to play even faster. Okay, you're going to have a floor general that's going to be able to get you the ball exactly where you want it. I cannot wait until Jonas is ready. But this Miami Heat team, they have to focus on the ball movement. I'm loving that every single person is cutting, slashing, and moving around. There's not this bunch of dribble thing. And even when Tyler Hero comes back, I think he's going to be fine. A lot of people were saying that he's going to mess up the offense. No, he's used to playing off ball. And now that everyone's honestly cutting and slashing and moving around, no one's standing still, he's going to be able to play off ball, which he's been doing. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is a fan of the Miami Heat's new fast offense. It's a lot of fun. It's something we've been working on for a while and really bought into as a team. And you're seeing all of that buy-in come to life on the floor. I think we've been due for a win like this. Tonight was well-deserved for us, and he's right. And it takes the whole team willing to buy in. But, of course, when you have young guys, of course they want to play fast. And especially with Jaime's game, he's not really that good in the half court. He's great in transition. He can get to the free throw line. He can get to the cup. That is exactly how he needs to play. Obviously, he has to improve on the shooting. And to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed. I know it's only 2 games, but I need to see if did he get better with the shooting? But honestly, he's been great. His passing has been great. He's been great in transition. The defense has been okay. And that is exactly what I'm looking at.
I'll say it's a lot of fun. It's something we've been working on for a while, something we've really bought into, I think, as a team. And you're just seeing all that buy-in come to life on the floor. I think we've been due for a win like this. We've been putting in a lot of work. We've seen a lot of results in practice and everything. We just haven't seen it in the game. But tonight was, I think, a night that was well-deserved for us.
Same thing with Nico. He said Eric Spoelstra really wanted us to play fast. Since I came here, we always say we're going to play fast every year. We really don't do it. We kind of go back and forth to slow pace. This year from the jump, Spo really wanted us to play this way. It will for sure help us look better, of course, because now you have better spacing and guys look more comfortable in their roles. Like I said, Nico coming off the bench, he looked great in transition. He was getting to the free throw line. He was utilizing his size. Khalil Ware getting all the lobs. Bam Adebayo was shooting threes. He looked great at the 4. These are the things that I'm looking at in terms of you have guys playing comfortably in their own roles.
To know this is not typical Eric Spoelstra Heat and the way you're playing at the pace you're playing right now. Are you surprised that he has stayed with it and allowed it and you can reap the rewards?
Yeah, because since that game, we always say that we're going to play fast every year. We don't really do it, and we're going to go back to a slow pace, get steady in the post, and make sure you know how to attack. This year, from jump, really, he really wanted us to play this way. And I feel like coaches and everybody were pretty happy in the locker room because we haven't really had games like this in the last season, in the last few years, where we just go off and do what we know we can do. And we really stayed dedicated. I feel like all the running and the training camp that was really hard, I think it will pay off, and it will for sure help us look.
Now, here's a really good Terry Rozier update. And Windhorst, he's asking the right questions. He said, how could they allow him to continue to play? I spoke to the league about this, and they have, I think, a candid answer. It's not an answer that people are going to necessarily like. They don't have the investigative powers. They're limited in what they can do. So that's why I keep telling people, what investigation did they really do? You're telling me that the betting company comes to the NBA. You think that all these different betting people are going to allow fraudulent funds? You think they're just going to allow people to finesse the system? The NBA actually thought that the betting companies were going to allow multiple people to win tens of millions of dollars on their dime and just say, oh, no, you know what, the NBA, just do your little petty investigation and it's just going to go away? That is the problem that I have. I understand that the NBA did their investigation, but how could you clear him? You thought that was just going to go away?
As I've talked to people around the league, guys, about with the Terry Rozier situation, this was something that happened in 2023. It was something that the NBA investigated. How could they allow him to continue to play? Mm-hmm. And so I spoke to the league about this, and they have, I think, a candid answer. It's not an answer that people are going to necessarily like. They don't have the investigative powers. They didn't have the investigative powers to corroborate these charges. They don't have the ability to wiretap. They don't have the ability to track bank records. They don't have the ability to get witnesses to turn on each other. And the league is just, frankly, an inconvenient truth is, in this new era where there's this whole other reality out there, all these other forces with all this gambling, they're limited in what they can do. And they were limited in what they could do for Terry Rozier. They couldn't prove it, and so they moved on. Federal government did, and they, after 2 years of investigation.
And this is the icing on the cake. This made absolutely no sense what Adam Silver just said. He said, we looked into the situation while there was aberrational betting. We frankly couldn't find anything. Terry at the time cooperated. He gave the league office his phone. Whoop-de-doo. So you think that the betting was on his phone, allegedly? Allegedly, it was the people around him. Why would it be on his phone? He sat down for an interview. We ultimately concluded that there was insufficient evidence to move forward. Obviously, because you guys can't do subpoenas and you guys can't do, you guys can't really search through his phone like that. Okay, so what? He showed you his phone. What does that mean? This is the foolishness that I'm talking about. And like I said, why did the NBA think that the betting companies were going to allow? You think the betting companies want to lose money? You honestly think that they want to be scammed? No, they're the scammers. The betting company, they are the ones that scam people. Where they're the ones making tens of millions of dollars. They don't want to lose tens of millions of dollars. I don't know why they just thought that was going to go away.
And Terry Rozier was allowed to keep playing after an NBA investigation ruled that there was no NBA rules violated. What do you make of that decision now amid the FBI's allegations against him?
So what happened was, because bets were placed through legalized legal betting companies, they picked up aberrational behavior around a particular game in March of 23. And so that was brought to our attention by the regulators and the betting companies. We then looked into that situation and were very transparent about it. And while there was that aberrational betting, we frankly couldn't find anything. Terry at the time cooperated. He gave the league office his phone. He sat down for an interview. And we ultimately concluded that there was insufficient evidence, despite that aberrational behavior, to move forward. We then worked directly with the law enforcement, as they said at the press conference, that the league has been cooperating. And so that was obviously over 2 years ago. So the federal government has subpoena power, can threaten to put people in jail, can do all kinds of things that a league office can't do. So we've been working with them since then. And of course, what they announced yesterday was an indictment. So 2.5 years later, he still hasn't been convicted of anything, in fairness to Terry. Obviously, it doesn't look good, but he's now been put on administrative leave. And so, there's a balance here of protecting people's rights and investigating.
There's a lot of shady stuff going on. Like I said before, how can the NBA close out an investigation And then now they're saying that they don't even have the tools to do so. And like I said, you guys honestly think the betting company is going to lose all that money and keep quiet and not file charges, allegedly? But like I said, when it comes to the Miami Heat this season, I'm very happy with the new offense. Is 146 points sustainable? Absolutely not. Are they going to be able to play, balls to the walls for 48 minutes every single game? No. But the ball movement is key. And at the end of the day, that's why you got to let the young guys play. Get them out there. Put them in there. Put them in a winning position. Allow them to make mistakes. And like I said, I think this Miami Heat team is going to be a lot better than what people are giving them credit for.